All right, guys, welcome back to another video. This one's going to be pretty brief. So this one's just about some of the tools that I use on moving jobs. I'm going to go over what I think is necessary to have in every one of your trucks if you're going to be successful in the moving industry, because you're going to want to take care of your customer's stuff and you want to make sure that it is handled with the best care. So before I get into it, make sure to like this video and subscribe. All right, so the first thing you guys should all have is a two-wheel dolly. Every single moving truck has one of these, and I highly recommend that you get one of these. You really shouldn't be going out on moving jobs without one, just because customers tend to pack up a lot of this stuff by themselves, and boxes, guys, dressers, all that stuff. If you're going down long hallways, you don't want to wear yourself out, and you also want to make sure that you're taking care of your customers' furniture the best way. You know, lugging something for so long, you could easily get tired and you can get hurt, but also you can damage the customer's furniture. Second thing, guys, you're gonna have to have some ratchet straps. This is to ensure that once you have everything in the truck, that you have it nice and tightly secured. Maybe I'll make a video of how to set up ratchet straps. I know some people struggle with putting them together. I know some of my guys, I have to teach them because they never worked with them before, so it's totally understandable. Don't feel bad if you don't know how to use them. It's just really simple to learn. Maybe I'll make another video about that later. Next thing you guys want to get is a four-wheel dolly. Now, the reason why you want to get these is because a two-wheeler isn't always going to be able to move those long dressers or couches. These things are absolutely necessary, especially if you're doing long hallways again, or just long walkways. You put your couch right on there, right in the middle, or your long dresser, anything you could really imagine, TV stands, even bigger boxes. Put them on this thing. This thing will, take them anywhere without any trouble at all. You should definitely put one of these in your inventory. 30 bucks on the cheap end, 50 bucks for a really high end. These carts over here, not necessary, but you should get one if you're warehousing or if you're doing a lot of apartment moves with long hallways, because they're essentially a huge four-wheeler and you can stack them with furniture, boxes, pretty much anything. You can take your time to pack it because it's going to save time when you're moving a lot of stuff, as opposed to things one by one. Customers won't get irritated. They should be happy with you. So I would suggest investing in one of these. The next thing, guys, you're going to want to have some solid tools. My bag of tools here is a little bit of a mess, but you want to get a nice drill. You want to make sure that you're not wasting so much time with hand unscrewing and assembling and disassembling. It takes a lot of time. Customers get irritated. You don't really need a mallet, honestly. I use it for those metal bed frames that just snap on, so you don't have to use your hand to hit them. You want to make sure you have a whole bunch of bits right now, because there's going to be different furniture that you're going to run into, and sometimes your basic sets aren't going to be able to take care of that. I'd say get some adjustable wrenches. I actually got this one off Amazon. They are called Work Pros. I'll put that somewhere in the description. But these are really, really good, really cheap. I would highly recommend using some of those. I would also actually suggest getting a couple of manual ones, because manual screwdrivers, because it's going to come to the point sometimes where your drill can't really reach that far unless you get the really long extenders. So it's good to have those just in case. This is a broken piece of a cutter, but I would recommend that as well, in case you got to cut some boxes, or make some boxes fit to a certain way by cutting them. I would get some pliers as well. Pliers are pretty important to have on the job. You never really know which something's going to get stuck, and these can come in handy a lot, just pulling things out, like different hardwares and whatever your screwdrivers can't get. Sometimes you can make it work with these pliers. Would recommend that. You want to get a good set of Allen keys. Please excuse this, but the bag is a little bit of a mess right now. But as you can see, I have all these different sizes that are inside the bag, but would highly recommend that. There's a lot of IKEA furniture that people deal with nowadays. You're going to want to get a good set like that for sure. And I usually carry around a little box of screws. These ones are a little bit longer. I have another one actually that's, I believe, 1 inch, because sometimes bed frames are pretty frail and they start breaking apart, you can do a quick fix right on the job. So I would highly recommend that. Don't have measuring tape in here right now, but it's pretty important to have. Whether something can fit, really important to have one of those on the job as well. Another thing that is a must is these furniture blankets. These ones are pretty expensive actually. These ones are about 20 bucks a pop. I know for those of you guys starting right now, it's going to be a little tough to, you know, bite the bullet and buy these expensive ones. They're very good though in terms of protecting the furniture as opposed to these small U-Haul ones, but if that's all you can get, these still do the job. These run you about 5 to 10 a pop, and they're very good, but you should not ever dispatch a truck for a moving job without blankets. Whatever you can get blankets. Do not start a moving job without them, because you're going to want to take care of them. You're going to want to make sure the leather is protected, there's no chipping in the paint, and that when you're going through hallways and walkways, you're not banging stuff up. You're going to want to make sure things are wrapped. Now these aren't perfectly wrapped, these are loosely wrapped just to protect from dust. This is some more high-end furniture, but generally you're going to want to like either put elastics on it or saran wrap it as well. That's what I usually do, or tape it just so it's nice and tight, so it's not falling apart when you're moving it. Another thing you guys are gonna want to get to is, depending on who your customer is, you might want to get like some bubble wrap or shrink wrap like I just mentioned, just to protect like glass and different coatings on furniture so the paint doesn't chip too much. It's very important to have that. So generally it's under the customer's discretion with the packing materials, but I would highly recommend you have a little bit of that in your warehouse. It does help, you know, in instances like this, to wrap that nice furniture and, you know, keep it 100% safe. And lastly, guys, I would recommend having some brooms with a duster pan. That's so that you can clean up your trucks at the end of the job. Also, if you make a mess in the customer's house, you know, it bodes well with them to see that you're cleaning up, and they're gonna be more likely to give you a tip or a good review. Also, if you're warehousing, one of these is absolutely mint. These are just awesome. They literally just push them, no effort at all. They move around, they swivel, so you can really get in between different annoying areas, or if you're just being lazy. But yeah, one of these is awesome. Would recommend getting it. That's all I got for this video, so please give me a like and a subscribe if you like this video. It's really gonna help me just keep elevating this channel and keep it moving forward. So yeah, that's all I got, but I hope you got some useful information out of it, and I'll put links in the description down below for all the things that I use on my moving jobs so that you don't have to go searching for them yourself.